looking outside my window. So, okay, this presentation, guys, is being live streamed. So also for, yeah, whose name not able to see immediately. Okay, so thank you so much for joining us today. We already used our bonus of waiting for people to come because we start with a few minutes late. I'm glad that I can see some familiar faces. Hello, Shalom. And is it anybody has already taken some of other webinars, so like workshop with the Hatch or with me before? Maybe Winnie could be a familiar name. I'll see. I like to interact with my audience. Also because usually I'm a person that likes to have in-person sessions, and I have a good memory. Okay, guys, let's start. So today's session is we're going to share a bit more on how to build a landing page. But this one is going to be a hands-on, a bit more hands-on for me, I will say, webinar workshop, because I'm going to show you two tools that will make your thinking process faster on how to actually decide what to put on a landing page and how to build it. And then you can easily try after the workshop anytime, on the weekend, whenever you want. You're going to see how effective it is. There we go. Okay, so our focus today exactly is going to be understanding a bit of premises, is like understanding the role of landing pages in digital marketing, understanding why are important and why they are differentiating from a usual web, like a web page, complex or not complex. Why is a landing page different from a Lazada platform, and how is different from a gym, I don't know, Crucicle, Virgin Active website homepage. Okay, so we're going to see what's the essential elements for a high converting landing page. We're going to talk about the sales, the different phases of a sales funnel, and why the landing page is important in all these phases, of course. And then we're going to explore these tools to streamline the creation process. More or less, we're going to be together around 2 hours. I know sounds a lot. I hope to be a bit shorter. But feel free, please, to make questions. This is the workshop community, right? So it's open and curious. There is a chat box. Please use it. Or I like to interact with you guys. So if somebody of you wants being worried, just because it's we are all here to learn. We are coming from different backgrounds, and I'm pretty sure that everyone will be enriched for the fact that we are such a diverse crowd. Okay, if you can engage actively, if you have question, please raise your hand. If it's something that is not clear, again, raise your hand. Type to me. And let's make this session like fruitful for you mainly, right? Doesn't have to be for me because I know already all these things, but these workshops will serve you. Okay, just a quickly short background. I am Martina. Some of you already know me, and I'm a visual UX designer and a design educator. I've been in Singapore for a long time, but originally I'm Italian, and I come from another Island. I come from Venice, and today I'm representing solve small and big issues for big or small companies. Doesn't matter if it's a run company. We all have the same problems, and we can offer really tailored solutions to that. But I can share with you my informations later if you want to connect, and if you need further chat, brainstorming, anything, I will be available after this conversation. All right, so guys, I haven't invited you yet to take your phone if you're using it. If you use a phone, where is it? Yeah, okay, mine. Open menti.com, mentimeter.com, and please in the homepage. Let me do it immediately. In the homepage, it should be on top. Let me do it with you. Mentimeter, here we go. There should be a code to insert. It's 6348966. Seems like a phone number for Singapore. Yeah, and then start answering, please. There we go. Everyone, okay, good. So guys, how often do you create landing page? I just want to understand what's the participants I want to say knowledge, but experience. If we have some designers, some copywriter, if we have marketers, if we have people that are just curious about it. Landing pages and website might be confusing, to know which one is this. But landing pages usually are a bit easier to create compared to website. So I can see just 6 participants that has been input their answers. I believe we are a bit more than before, more than 6. Okay, guys, never create before. Thank you, Winnie. Thank you, Shilpa. Great. I can answer right now, Morgan. Yes, I'm based in Singapore. Yes, of course, I'm here. I can tell you what's the weather. It's a bit cloudy. Okay, so, okay, guys, none of you have created landing pages. Great, you're here to see how to do one really in a few minutes this weekend. Like really sipping, like me, sipping my coffee. Okay, let's move on. And guys, what do you think is your biggest challenge when creating a landing page? Imagine it. So now I understand that you haven't done it before, but what do you think could be a challenge for you? Try to understand also what are your capabilities, but also your expertise. If you're a copywriter, might be that for you imaging a layout might be a bit more different, more difficult, or if you're a very technical person, maybe you're not really thinking about the copywriting because you know actually how to build a layout, how to put some elements like in the right order to make it like function and easily to be absorbed. No one has wrote copywriting and messages, so it means that guys, you are more, let's say, worried on how to put the technical setup, right? You don't know how, like, let's call it creating web page. How's the approach of creating web pages, right? I'm sure that you are aware that there is like a lot of codes, but just thinking about codes for you is just like, wow, migraine, like headache, because it's gonna be a lot of like writing numbers. I don't know if you have in mind Matrix, the Matrix screen. Fortunately, that is like 20, almost, 30, almost 30 years ago. No, 30 is a bit too much. 20 years ago, and things has changed. Things has changed. So it's not really like Matrix style, but it might be worrying. Okay. Okay, so some of you doesn't know how to do conversion optimization. Okay, how might be challenging to actually don't only do something that is pretty and nice, but how this can be translated into sales, right? At the end, we are creating a landing page for what? Not only to drive sales, but drive conversions, get people attention, obtain something. There is always a purpose why we do anything in our life, and of course, creating and putting something out on the internet is also something else that has to be designed with a purpose. Let's move on. What's the next question is here we are going to create a cloud, I believe, right? So we try to type which kind of tools you might have heard about that will be let me help you a bit, helping you to create a landing page or a web page. So now there are fortunately many tools that are for free, or they give you intro free versions that you can use, and nobody has to be a developer or software expert or an engineer. I see 0 responses. Why? Let me go to my main team to see if it's working. Guys, I think of, oh yes, I can see now, but maybe it was a bit of delay. WordPress, Canva, none, okay? You guys know, yeah, nobody? Have you guys heard about Squarespace? It's a bit expensive, Squarespace, but most of the restaurants in Singapore or really like F&B business, they use a lot Squarespace. Wix, yes. I can suggest also Webflow, but that's a bit more difficult to use. That's require a bit of code. Webflow. There is Canva AI, good. Wix and Squarespace, very good. I can tell you there is another one, Framer. Have you heard about? It's a competitor. Come up. But actually, right now, you can use also Notion. A lot of people, they build landing pages also out of Notion. Notion has increased a lot the capabilities. Before, it was just a tool to manage, to create lists, tables, a sort of like Airtable version, but easier. Now, actually, with they implemented, they enlarge a lot their business. So Notion can also be a good idea, guys. Okay, thank you, Elizabeth, that you said that you heard some of them, but not used before. Good. Okay, guys, if we have only just these examples, anybody else use like a Google Suites? Also with that, you can use for free, you can create a website. Sorry, a landing page. A website is a bit more complicated. Okay, let's move on with oh, thank you, Shilpa. WordPress. Yes. So guys, think about again, I have to rely on your imagination now. When you create a landing page, okay, what's your primary goal? What do you think why you're doing it? What's your purpose? What your primary goal is, what's your primary goal to create a landing page? Do you need to, I want to give you the answers. I want to start to see something in the cloud. Then you want responses. Yes, you want leads. You want, right, okay, guys, I know you were not disappointing anybody. Conversions, you want leads, you want responses, you want, overall, you want feedback, right? But feedback about what? Opinions, yes. Are you just putting up a landing page because you need a forum? You need something like, I don't know, Reddit? You need something like Quora? I'm just a bit like giving you some food for thoughts and try to understand if there is something else that you want to do for creating a landing page. You want display expertise? Yes, okay. You want next step from target audience. Wait, so many things are happening. Traffic, votes, you want more votes, you want to showcase events. So guys, maybe you want to have also foods. You want to, I assume, collect emails. Sorry, I'm tweaking my head because I just try to read. Display expertise, learn about the audience, waiting list. Yes. So all of these are secondary actions, are the effects of what the cause is. You want to showcase something, right? So you are putting together a landing page because you need to present something. Could be a new product, could be something that is like a standalone, like a different product from the main family you have. You want to test the water for a new approach that you're suggesting. So you want to showcase something, could be a product or a service, and then you want to collect some feedback from your user, right? And this kind of feedback, these kind of reactions are transformed into like leaving an email, I don't know, join a waiting list, try out something, get a free samples, and so on. This is actually very good. I now read brand awareness, right? So the primary goal to have a landing page is to make people aware that there is something out there. Okay, we're gonna dig and delve a bit more on the next slides. I have another question for you. Imagine now, guys, it's a bit similar to the previous question, but when do you think you can use a landing page in your campaign? So when do you think is the right time to put together a landing page? There is a specific one. Again, think about the purpose, okay? You have a new service. So what you want to do with that service? How do you decide is the right time or not the right time to use a landing page? I can still see 0 responses. Growing customer base, yes. But think about a bit before. Why do you need a landing, okay, why do you need? Yes, but when do you think a landing page will be useful? Imagine your product, right? Is it before launching the product, after launching the product? I will say, let's do a bit of conversational. Pre-launch, exactly. We found it. Yeah, one is that one, exactly. Pre-launch, we're able to reach the audience. So before. So imagine that we have a product, right? That we are about to launch, but we need to kind of like test the water, understand what's the curiosity about, what's the let's call it a bit like create the hype. Okay, so when we are about to launch the product, we can kind of like collect the people on the kind of like waiting room, right? So people are there to be ready to be amazed. Let's call it that. Be ready to purchase something that they wanted for a long time. We can also push into this kind of like the curiosity, the needing to be kind of like the first, you know. So a landing page can be used as I like this idea of waiting room, You know, kind of like if you are in a concert, you are in front of the stage, you're there, kind of like eager to see your favorite rock band performing, and you know they are coming out. You don't know when, you don't know they are coming, but you're there just waiting. Okay, so that could be a right time to use a landing page. But also could be a right time to do a landing page when the product is out. And just maybe because it's a product that is not extremely big, and it's a sort of like, imagine that is a bit of a side, like not a side hustle, but like a, I can also give you the example, you know, Nike is pushing out a new, no, Adidas, Adidas, a new color. So they don't have, okay, a brand that now is very famous is Adidas, and they have these new, the Samba, right? Samba shoes. And okay, that's the model out in the website, but maybe they will need to use a landing page just to promote a new color of Samba that is connected to a specific event. I'm trying to, again, to, okay, let's go, a very, very silly one. They do a Samba for, say, Halloween. I don't know, very, very silly. It didn't come out anything better than this. But like a Samba model that is orange and black, and maybe has, I don't know, a pin with a ghost. Okay, very, very, very silly. But, you know, it's not a very, so it's not launch of a new product. So it's not launch of a new pair of shoes, completely different like design, different characteristic. It's just like something that is extremely niche, right? So that could be also, they decide to put together a landing page to just only sell that kind of model of shoes for a specific reason, and maybe for a specific time, just before Halloween. Okay, so you understand what I mean. I anticipate a lot of what we're gonna talk later, so I'm not gonna repeat all these concepts over and over, but to make sure that you understand, right? Okay. Last quick question. I think yeah, one or two. So which aspects of rapid landing page creation are you most interested in learning about? So landing pages are, there are so many people still coming in. So landing pages are made of what? Lines of code. Yes. So guys, while you are waiting, I'm gonna turn on the lights here on my room, because I have a feeling that soon we are not gonna see each other anymore. 1 second. There we go. Start to be even more gloomy, it's gonna rain. Okay. There is somebody who wants to know about SEO. Good. Okay. Today, unfortunately, we are not going to talk about SEO in deep, but if you're interested, guys, there are a couple more opportunities in this October to have a webinar just for that. The creation process and the execution. Okay, so more like a brainstorming, and then how transform from the brainstorming to actually a design, something that you can see actually happening in your screen, and not stuff that stays only on your notebook, right? Or your sketchbook. Is it anybody else that would like to share what they are, the specific aspects that they would like to see? Because for sure, we're going to see the creation process, the brainstorming, a guided brainstorming with ChatGPT, and the execution, we're going to use a Framer. SEO, I can like refer a bit, but we are going to talk more in other webinars. No more, guys? It's a bit abstract, right? This one. Okay, let's create, data collection. Okay. Also here, creation data, I think it was data collection rather than creation, right? Data collection, okay, that's extremely important, analytics. Also this one, this landing page that we're gonna do today is not focused on also collecting the analytics. For that, sounds like a bit of a promo girl, but since all these topics are quite broad, and if not, we're going to make this webinar like a 4 hours, 5 hours workshop, and you're gonna be death bored. Also for this, there are 4 tools that we are suggesting using it for free, but check out the webinar list I'm gonna share with you later, because we are gonna do it in next few weeks. Data collection is extremely important. I would say is essential to understand if we are doing right or not, and it requires its own webinar. Okay, how to engage audience and achieve purpose. Yes, that is what we're going to do today. We have a different type of audience and how we engage different type of users, because we don't have only one person interested to buy this new Samba. I don't know. I like this example. But there might be a wide range of audience with different characteristics, how we can appeal to all of them. Okay. So last one, I think, is about AI systems to automate the process. Yes, today we are going to use AI. I see another answer in a meeting chat. So Anu, you're saying that you would like to see design, CTA positioning. Yes, also we're going to do today. What's in the first fold, visual and versus the explainer. Okay, landing page is only one fairly long, extensive, not super long page. So we're going to see what to put on the, on the header, what to put just below the header, and just some, call to action until the footer. Okay. Thank you guys, because we are extremely useful. I think that with this, what's your learn and take away today? I think we might have answer on the previous page. So if you have anything else a bit more specific, let me know, and I will try to, I will note it down and try to eventually address while doing the presentation today. If not, we can just after the presentation, you can connect with me and I can quickly answer you to questions you have. Just maybe with your, there is one, okay, here. Intro few tools to do landing page. Yes, you're gonna get that. Create a landing page for my own business. Very good. We're gonna see pro and cons of tools, integration with CRMS. Yes, the integration a bit less, but we're gonna see the pro and cons to, we're gonna see the pros of 2 tools. That's important. Again, there are gonna be so many out there. We're gonna have a hands-on to two, and I can tell you also which are the one that I, as a designer, I will recommend. Okay, we have a bit of promo here. There is a new business that needs a landing page. SGP. Oh wow, pub crawl, nice. Friday pub crawl in Singapore. Yes, I like it. Anybody else? If not, I'm gonna ask you before starting to explain. We are digging into more the theory part. Okay, guys, before this section, and understanding what is a landing page. Now that I can see you that you're a bit more in a stage here, how many of you has already a business? Doesn't have to be a big business or I don't know, multi-millionaire business, but I just would like to understand if you are interested in something to just, to explore randomly, or if you have a specific business in mind, something that is on your own, or something that you have to take care, you're working for somebody that needs a landing page. How's your, I see a thumbs up. So guys, if you have any specific example like this one, SG PubCrawl, what we can do is also use some of these names and business as example to brainstorm together later. This is how usually I like to do the session is, quickly think how we can, use an example, but if it's an example that will be useful for some of you, it's best than just something random. Yes, Morgan, real life example. If you have any business that you have a business, big or small, that you have to take care of, let me know. So for now, let me note down, we have SG PubCrawl. And I don't remember who was the person, the name, but if you want to just, okay. If you just want to tell me like what's your like proposition, value proposition, you want to describe quickly, like in 3 lines, you give a bit more context. Maybe it's a PubCrawl that is a bit different. I don't know. A map, promotions, I don't know. Okay, so in the meanwhile, guys, let's see what is a landing page. Okay. Next. Okay. So landing page, guys, is a standalone web page. Is designed to fulfill a single focus objective. Usually it's much easier to think what is not a landing page. A landing page is not the Lazada or Alibaba or Amazon platform. No, it's not that. But it's also not the Nike, www.nike.com. It's also not that. Okay, so a landing page is something very short, very concise, quite, I don't want to say minimal in terms of design, but minimal in terms of objectives, that is very, very focused and is designed to fulfill just one single purpose. Okay, so usually home pages are designed to, explore about the brand, explore about the product, understand better what's the philosophy behind, get a bit more behind the scene, get to know the brand, all these kind of things, while actually the landing page is built just for one purpose in mind, just to drive the user on a specific action. Don't think that is only to buy, that we are like so on a basic level that we want just people to buy, but it could just also be do one simple action like signing for a newsletter or downloading an ebook, or of course making a purchase, or just express interest, or fulfill a form. So it doesn't have to be immediately a buy button there to just increase the sales and being, how can I say, being extremely salesy and pushy, okay? But it can also be something that is, you need to find a way to know more about your audience. And in the meanwhile, I receive, okay, Morgan, I receive your answer. Okay. Okay, later, guys, we're gonna, let me see if I can brainstorm something for the Singapore PubCrawl. Thank you, Morgan, for the quick summary. Okay. So landing pages. So why they are extremely important? So they are fairly crucial for marketing. I mean, there are possibility that we can use it very wise on our marketing campaign, because they are designed to remove any distraction, to don't let the user wander around, right? We need to guide the visitor to perform or complete a specific action, what we design. So they could, I don't know, what is it, this single focus objective that our user could have? They can sign up for something, they can make a purchase, they can download, I don't know, ebook, they can download PDF for free. They can understand if there is, I don't know, voucher, get access to early discounts, stuff like that. So try to understand what is your, let's say, hook for your conversion strategy, okay? So we need to provide an experience that is tailored for, I would say, a different kind of crowd, but not so wide. So we see how we can appeal to specific, some of a specific crowd, and that will speak directly to the visitor intent. Okay, so is very targeted. Okay, but this means that we also need to understand why a user should be there. We need to create some interest, some awareness. We see it. We see that later. So we need to make the people coming in just not stumble, say in a page, just not landing because I don't know, whatever. But we need to create a sort of like a need why people are there. So we're gonna see a couple of actually like a few landing page use cases, right? It will help you to better shape this idea to enter into why landing pages are very important. So for sure, they need to lead capture. Why we need landing pages is because we need to know more about our visitor, our audience. Some of you in the cloud of words has guess it and answered right. We need to know more about them in exchange of something. So people usually they don't give anything for free now. Right now, time is extremely valuable for any of us. So even like asking to time and data, even asking for a feedback form or to just add an email, it's our coin, is our exchange value, right? Value of exchange is like our, how to call it? It's like Singapore dollars. Let's say, like my email, I know you're going to do something with the email. So it's something extremely precious to me. If you want it, you don't have to, but you should give me back something. Okay. That's what I wanted to make you understand. So maybe these requests for personal informations might come easier if you are able to give back something else to the user, a free guide or a webinar. Think about a click-through page. So it's not only, so it's a web page that is not so wide like a home page where you let people wander, but it's a sort of like a microsite. So where you have, you provide them like some specific information to create some different experience compared to the home page, but you guide them through a journey that might gonna hang from the checkout page or to the purchase something, or again, leave you an email or so on, right? You need to kind of like being persuasive. That's quite nice. It's not really, it doesn't mean being extremely salesy, but explain very well what's the purpose of your service, what's your product is about. So with the landing page, you have the possibility to do that a bit more in deep compared to a more explorative homepage. Another and last point, of course, is sales, right? So we need to drive a bit more sales and understand why, make people acquire what we want them to do, right? So it means that we are designing a very clear and compelling call to action. Not only a big buy button in the center of your landing page, but we are providing all information for the users to buy with confidence, buy with confidence the product or access your product, enjoy the product, because they have been given all information, all tools to know how fantastic your product is and how can solve their problem. So what is we need to now think what the can I say the uniqueness of a landing page. Okay, so keep few rules. I don't want to say rules, but like indications. Yeah, maybe better. Think about on a few indications to keep your landing page like effective. Okay, because it's very easy to just have this sense of adding more because it's never enough. Let's try to be concise. So these things might be easy for you to learn. Focus on a single objective. Maybe you remember this Samba shoes idea, the Adidas idea. Or we can also have in mind the photographer, for example, a photographer offer when they want to sell just one specific package. You know that photographers has a very wide wide range of skills of photographing, being able to take shots for commercials, couples, I don't know, family, still life, like that. Objects, okay, anything like that. And all these kind of things, photographers are used to do it, are able to do it. But how a photographer is able to actually make sure that one specific product will be able to push further than the others for many reasons we're going to describe later. So the landing page is dedicated to just one goal, right? Just one specific objective that that kind of marketer or business owner or any person behind would like to achieve. In case of the photographer, is they want to push maybe more pre-wedding photo shoot, because okay, many reasons. It could be something that is less time consuming, can fit better the schedule, or he knows that there are gonna be, it's the right season to do that, because then this kind of pre-wedding then will lead into the wedding shooting and so on, right? So there are a lot of objectives that will drive people to do that. But this landing page has to make leads, making sales, promoting something like even an event, okay? Is supposed to just support one singular purpose, okay? Not just selling shooting for a photographer, packages in general, but just one specific product, pre-wedding shooting, for example. So another thing we have to think about is visitor segmentation, right? So we talk about audience, guys. Shalom, maybe that has been part of my workshop for quite some time. Now you know exactly what we refer when we talk about audience. You know, we have different audience that we want to appeal for our landing page, right? But the moment we are gonna try to make business with anyone, we are not business with no one. So it's like we are trying super hard to be liked by everyone, and no one will find a purpose of why we are specific and unique. Okay, so the fact that we are tailored for a specific kind of user is something good. It's not that we are just limiting our options to sell something to somebody, because we are just shaving off the range of possibilities to one. So we are kind of like using only a narrow one. But the fact that we are tailoring our services, promote on the landing page to that visitor, to that kind of visitor that might be multiple, it will increase the chance of success. So there might be different kind of visitors. Let's use again the option, the example of it, of course, of the photographer, right? For a pre-wedding photo shoot, brainstorming right now, there are two people that might be extremely interested to do a pre-wedding photo shoot. One, guys, of course, will be the couple, right? The couple that is getting married, they are looking for a pre-wedding photo shoot, okay? But maybe you can think that it's a nice thing to gift. So maybe there is a group of friends that would like to give to the couple this kind of pre-wedding shoot or an experience, right? So maybe these people are also interested to buy that kind of package for them, but they have completely different kind of requirements. How in the landing page we are able to address to this different user? A couple that needs to buy a pre-wedding photo shoot, but also a group of friends, maybe the wedding party, bridal grooms, closest friends, they would like to purchase and make them a surprise. So the third important thing to keep in mind is the conversion optimization, right? Something that everyone will be more not scarce about it, but like kind of like, how we are making it effective, all these things. So, for example, you have to keep in mind that the word optimization, how we make it something optimizing, it means like streamline. So the word optimization, streamline, removing distraction, keep it like essential, minimal, doesn't have to be empty, doesn't have to be like how can I say, how can I say, I have in mind like too minimal without nothing, but we need to streamline the action and removing distraction. Okay, so in this way, a landing page usually doesn't allow the user to explore much. There is not going to be a menu. There is not going to be like crumbles that will let you go from one page to another, from one page to another, right? So usually landing page is quite straightforward. You're going to read from top to bottom. It's like a couple of scroll marks and that's it. I give you an example of, for example, a gym, right? The gym, or no, the photographer actually. Let's say with the photographer, it's quite cool. The photographer, if you want to sell this package only for the pre-wedding photo shoot, for sure he will not gonna put link where he's gonna showcase all the I would say artilleries. No, I mean all the cameras and the equipment that he has, because users might gonna go there and lose time and they get distracted from what the photographer really wants, so buy the product. He's not gonna maybe showcase too much about the behind the scenes. He's gonna just showcase why that pre-wedding photo shoot is good, what is gonna be, the program. It's gonna showcase the cost and like a very clear call to action. Okay. These things is gonna lead into what we call it like a sales funnel. Guys, do you know what a sales funnel is? Maybe not only marketers, but again, like 2024, we are so maybe now used to hear about this kind of terms. Sales funnel, what is it, guys? I'm looking at the meeting, like my chat is on my second screen. So if you want to say something, you know what is a funnel? Sales funnel? Okay, let me help you out. So a funnel, okay. A funnel is a cone, right? Imagine like a funnel to just put something inside a bottle, right? It starts, so the top part, okay, visually divided in three parts. There's a top part, a middle one, and a small one on the bottom, right? Okay, the top part, top of a funnel, right, is usually refer when we are trying to create awareness around our product. So audience doesn't know that something is available out. How we are able to capture the interest, how we are starting to entering kind of like in people's minds, how we can start to build a relationship, how we can show that we are there, ready for the people, right? So we need to maybe to share an overview of our offering, okay? So this kind of landing page, it doesn't have to go extremely into the specific of the product, but we'll have to help the user understand where they are. We'll have to educate the audience. And then just right after, try to move them to the consideration stage. For a photographer, in this case, it will have to showcase that this photographer himself is able to do this kind of type of pictures. Okay, not every pictures, anything. So it's not having a camera machine that is able to, take picture to everywhere, but is able to do, for example, couple shooting. Okay, so these kind of things will make the audience aware that there is this availability. There is this create awareness. This product is available. Okay. The example that we can make, for example, so in this case is okay, landing page can offer, for example, like a free resource, an ebook or a checklist in exchange of contact information. Still for the couple, if you're okay, guys, we can still use this idea of the shooting because it's quite easy. I like it. I personally like it. If it's a bit too far from you, let me know and we use another one. But let's still work with this practical example. Imagine this photographer that for creating more awareness on the product that he's trying to create, and he has to give a bit of context to the user, something that can offer to create awareness and make maybe, again, people leaving their email for them being contacted later on, okay? They might have to exchange for something. In this case, what about creating a PDF that you can just easily download, where you can see, for example, which are the perfect palette, like a clothes combination for a photo shoot, for a couple photo shoot. So it's gonna give a bit of like palette, what I talk about palette, like swatches, yeah, like a few colors that the couple might be able to wear, so they makes the photography and the shoots at the end like very harmonious, very nice. The couple should wear like tone of beige, certain kind of maybe pale colors, or complementary. They can do black and white, maybe alternate, I don't know. So this kind of PDF can give something to the audience that they can find immediately useful, to be not applying immediately, but it's like guys, if you are moving on with me, you can already have something that you can make your life easier to work with me in the future. Like you come already with a set of clothes that I will I'll suggest you, and is gonna make our shooting a great success. Okay. If we then move into the second layer, like a second level, the middle part of the funnel, it means that we might have lost some people out as on the way, but there are people that are not interested in pre-wedding shooting. There are people that actually maybe wanted something like a family one, or maybe they wanted to have more like a object, like a still life or something like that. So those people gone. So we have to now nurture the leads with the audience that actually are considering to have to purchase that product. But how we can able to build trust and position that kind of product as the best solution, right? Needs to be very, very detailed explained, right? Again, remove any distraction. So the user doesn't have to go around and see why these tools is good. All information, or the package, or the service, all the information are very nicely, quickly listed down. no jargon, no big explanation. Like imagine like bullet points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Understand why this shooting is good, how long it's gonna take, where it's gonna go. Where it's gonna be. If there is like I don't know, a path to follow, where is gonna be the meeting point, where it's gonna end, that kind of things will be extremely useful for people to start to say, okay, I like that. I feel that it might addressing some of my pain points. The example will be maybe, okay, in this case, the product comparison doesn't have to be a product comparison with the competitors, you know, photographer John versus photographer Jack, of course, but maybe like showcasing like a short pre-wedding shooting is better than just, I don't know, a very extremely long one done overseas and so on. Okay, so this one will help to understand why your product, what your service is extremely suitable for your own needs. You don't have to say mine is better than that, no, but try to understand what will be the common and more frequent pain points that your audience might gonna have, and try to answer when you're describing your product. Okay, so the people will immediately understand why your product is better than the other, because it will answer immediately to their questions. Not even, they don't even need to think about their questions or their pain points. All the answers are out there. And this because they will easily move them to the bottom of the funnel where they're gonna make decision. We need, of course, now to understand how to drive the conversion. So this audience is kind of like on the verge, on the edge of purchasing. They don't usually, people, you know, they don't purchase. I close, like, okay, hit the button, no. But it's the last push to make them sure that that's the right. They are not gonna fail by buying that. So what about maybe, for example, showcase reviews, showcase what other customer has been said about that product, giving I don't know, previous example, showcase give to, for example, the photographer. It can give quite like the possibility to see like a small gallery with some like a 5-6 shot, sorry, pictures of 3 shootings that he has done before, so people can say, okay, he's able to take pictures on one is at the beach, one is in a forest, and one on the city center of the town. So this guy is quite versatile. So yes, I'm convinced is good. Is good. So what we are able to tell the user and give it a bit more to them purchase. Could also be something like very straightforward, like giving a bit of a discount, for example, like, okay, if you want this product, now you have 5% discounts if you sign now. And also something like that. Okay, so the example will be a very, very easy, straightforward call to action, CTA, like, you know, buy now, sign up today, limited time offer, offering something extra if they sign up in within a sort of time. Like, it's not only the pre-wedding shooting, but they might gonna have a short, I don't know, booklet, I don't know, 10 pages print with their the pre-wedding shooting, or 10 cards that they can display at their wedding, like kind of like cards, you know, the one that you display on the table for free if they purchase now. Okay, guys, so far all clear. I hope that this photographer example is cool. I like it. With the pub crawl, Morgan, we need to. I might keep it on the back of my head, and let's see later what to do. Is I love brainstorming, but we need a bit more. So if there are no questions, we can move into what are the key elements, right? For then, what's the reason of having a landing page? We need a marketing strategy, right? So a landing page doesn't come up just because, okay? It needs to be part of a plan. We go back to the Samba version, okay? So in this case, they want to, so Adidas wants to push for selling, this Halloween edition that is only black and orange. And of course, it might be much harder to sell it over Christmas because the colors are not very Christmassy and they don't appeal, it's a bit difficult to match some sort of outfits. So there's going to be a plan to kind of like try to direct the audience to buy that kind of product in that amount of time. Okay, so it has to be a plan. Why we need a landing page? It has to have a very clear and nice design and layout. As we said, it doesn't have to add distraction. It has to be very clear, concise, yet explanatory, but doesn't have to be presenting other product rather than the one we want the user to achieve. So use very, very like sleek visuals, very clear copy, not so lengthy. It has to be effective. It needs to have a value proposition, right? What's the value? Not only for the business to sell or to acquire audience or to collect email, but try to put on your audience shoes and try to understand also what's the value for them, right? So try to align the characteristics of your product. Why this product will solve certain issues. Maybe it's a bit difficult to understand why Samba black and orange and black might solve an outfit issue, might be. But imagine, for example, the pre-wedding photo shoot, which kind of problems is going to solve. Maybe the couple doesn't have much time before the wedding. So this shooting can be done in just 2 hours, 1 week before the wedding. And the output will be delivered, I don't know, 1 day before the wedding, so the picture will be ready to be displayed. So all these kind of possible issues that the business needs to think will be described very well on the product page, so the user will see the value on why the product will be fantastic. It's perfect for them. And then last, one of the last point will be have a very clear copywriting. Again, very clear description, no jargon, concise, and a very, very clear call to action. What you're gonna get the moment you hit this button, purchase, trial, collect an email, download something. Very, very clear objective. And last one, when some of you will say, the key elements is also to measuring the effort, right? The analytics and setup analytics is extremely important to see what's the behavior of our audience. Where are maybe some bottlenecks? Which are the most successful, let's say, conversions, and where maybe there are not successful conversions, where they're stuck. The fact that we have set up a very clear analytics tools behind, there are some for free, it will help you to, retarget the effort, to pivot a bit and understand how to correct if there are some let's call it mistake or improvements that your landing page needs to do to make sure that you drive even more sales or actions. So rapid prototyping with AI. I will say that, and I started where AI was not a very big thing for doing this kind of thing. So for the fact that also for designers doing this kind of prototyping is it's very innovative, and it helps to is an approach that will help us to start from something and not from scratch. Okay, so ChatGPT, it will be a very good tool to any conversational agent, of course, could be Claude, could be Gemini, anything. It will help us to start brainstorming, right? We don't have to start from like a blank page and understand, okay, how, what, where, you know? We might not be able to be surrounded by a team of people to bounce ideas, but ChatGPT is actually our assistant that can help us to tell where to start at least. And then, you know, the engines, the gears will start moving, our own gears. ChatGPT is a support. It's not replacing our brain. You're going to hear me say a lot of this. And the other one we're going to use today is Framer, and is a generational AI that will gonna help us to build a very quick landing page, and it's gonna give us some like visual suggestions. Okay, maybe we have an idea in mind, but will be hard to visualize it. Some people are a bit less again visual. They're a bit more like people good with words. So this is gonna help a lot to transform thoughts into something that can be immediately seen and kind of like being you know, give some weight, give some weight. Let's put it like that. Okay, we are both for both we are using a free version, so you can also use it immediately. Okay, guys, all good. Okay, we are also good with timing. Thumbs up, I would say. We didn't lost anybody on the, I'm just checking. Yes, you're all here. Okay, guys. So now I would say if you have a piece of paper next to you and a pen, I always have. Quite good to still be a bit analogic and not always digital, right? So now what we're gonna do is a lighting jam, okay? So in the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna put a timer. We are gonna start to understand what will be the content of a landing page. We're gonna understand what are the sections that will populate a landing page that is aiming to let's call it sell or make people be more aware about a plant nursery that is selling succulents. So the succulents are these tiny plants. I'm sure all of you knows these plants that they don't require so much water, low maintenance. I will say they still die. Poor girl, poor guys, poor individuals. But they need a bit of care, but they are a bit lower maintenance than a rose, a bunch of roses or a flowering plant. Okay, so I hope maybe some of you have some in your office, in your house. It's a quite common gift also. Okay, so imagine now. Let me give you a bit more intro, then I make the timer start. Imagine what will be the content and the section that will go on a landing page that needs to sell succulents. Okay, it's a plant nursery. Imagine also the name. Okay, whatever. And they need to sell succulents. Okay, so I'm gonna start the timer. I hope you guys have a pen and paper or notes on your computer, on your phone. If you're very good keeping on your mind. But let's start the timer. Is it going? Yes. Okay, good. Think what will be the section in a landing page that needs to sell, a nursery that needs to sell succulents. Okay, let me give you other like few seconds talking. Think about the audience. If you want to have a bit of a segmentation, different kind of audience might be interested to buy succulents. You can use yourself as example, or think who would like to buy succulents? Which kind of information they might need? which kind of think about again the exchange product. Okay, I'll let you think. One more minute, guys. Thirty seconds. Guys, if you have any questions now, right time to. Or okay, I'm glad that they didn't do like a big ring at the end. Okay, so guys, on your Menti, please tell me what were your brain telling you? What did they tell you? What's your brainstorming? What are your ideas? Winnie, I'm just feel like calling you out. No, no, just like I'm joking, guys. You have any what do you maybe, okay, let me help you out here also. Okay, so what about what are these okay, what's your audience? With who are we talking to? We're talking about people that are zero. They don't even know what succulents are. We are talking to people that are kind of like a green thumb. They go every week to the, I don't know, flower shop, nurseries to buy plants. Okay, good. Finally, good. We can see some content. We're gonna see vivid photos of the succulents. Good. Some people might not know what succulent is, but the fact that you see a visual like I did with you earlier, it might help. Images are extremely important because they explain very well, you know, a concept, a situation, a product. So what is homepage? Okay, explaining what a succulent is, what are the different types of succulents, like a cacti, yeah, could also be part of your one landing page. Think about what's the purpose of this landing page. A chatbot for FAQs, okay? Okay. What will be, so the objective, guys, is to, rather than buy succulents, maybe order succulents, because it's you know, it's an online shop. Imagine that these succulents will be delivered at your doorsteps or anywhere. So with the first answers, with first response, we are gonna see, we are not able to see the succulents in the shop, but the fact that there are pictures will help us to see what the product is. Very good. And they are not dead, or they don't like look like rotten, unhealthy. You know, we want to buy a very, very nice, good looking plant. The second one, we're gonna see the different types. Maybe it's not gonna be a huge catalog, I would say, but maybe we're gonna give just a like an overview of like a three type of succulents. One is the cacti. One is, for example, now I'm thinking if for the air plant is it a succulent? I don't remember. It's a really low maintenance, very good. The one looks like a, I think you know, guys, falling down from ceiling. We might gonna get a chatbot for FAQs. Yeah. Chatbot, or maybe just a quick a panel where you're gonna get maybe 5 questions and we'll immediately answer. Okay. So we're gonna see customer testimonials, yeah, of people that has purchased that plant before. We're gonna see, so a person, let me read. A person can select if he has no experience with succulents or if he have experience. Very good, very good. So if it is for home or for office. So here we are talking about segmentation, right? So what we'd say before, we have different kind of users, right, that we would like to appeal to. Not all plant lovers of this planet, but just people that are interested into succulent. There might be people that are quite passionate, so they have a high experience, have a bit of a collection, they have it in their house, and some other maybe they don't know anything about, they just find them cute and they would like to buy, or they would like to offer it as gift. Maybe there is going to be also as like a short guide or an explanation where these plants are best positioned. If they are, you know, if it's something in the office, might be, you know, something that is small, that can sit, now I don't have, on top of the, you know, on top of the desk without occupying so much space and not maybe attracting unpleasant animals, like, I don't know, ants or anything. Maybe if the one for home could be something a bit bigger, it could be a terrarium even that can complement the house look, right? We can also see, let me see, guys, I'm very happy. I can see a lot of answers. We can emphasize the low maintenance cost on succulents, very good compared to other plants, which require more care and attention to survive and thrive. Yes. Those maybe can justify, for example, the price. And in this case, for example, you can showcase how the plants, if you buy one plant, is okay, one price, and if you buy three, for example, it's still being cheaper than buy a big no, sorry, actually the opposite. This is a bit of brainstorming. If you buy three plants, for example, would be cheaper than just buy, no, again, wrong. Why we want to highlight the maintenance of the cost? Because we want to drive conversion. We want the people to keep buying our succulents, not going to Far East Flora and buy ficus, right? So even if the ficus might be cheaper than three plants, our three plants are slightly more expensive, but we reassure that they're going to survive longer than the ficus because they require less maintenance. Understand what I mean? So we're gonna showcase to the audience that these a package of three plants that we want to sell, like three nice, normal size, might cost a bit more, but they have more chances to survive, to be looking good. If we know that is for a person that travels a lot, this person doesn't have to ask friends to go in their house and water the plants, because these three small that are a bit more expensive than the ficus will be more self-maintained. They take care of themselves. Understand what I mean? If it's not clear, raise your hands. Here we talk about different sections. Very good. I can see, guys, you are very visual and it's extremely good. So we're gonna call out the audience. They are busy professionals. Good, good. We're gonna show pictures of succulents on office desk. Good. So picture before, like not so many, but just like three, like to show how succulent stays on the desk and how big is it, and can always stay on the side. Maybe it's the one without a thorn, in case you just like, I don't know, like me, I'm Italian, so I keep using my hands. I'm just maybe touch one and we're gonna figure out that I'm gonna full of thorns. We're gonna third point will be succulents 5 features, tiny plants and low maintenance. Good. So we're gonna have a showcase of few succulents, 3 for example, and then below call to action to register for a free workshop. Yes, exactly. How we can make people being interested to not immediately buy the plants, but showing that there is a 5 minutes, maybe just a workshop, like a webinar or 15 minutes video to showcase how to make sure that your plant is healthy. Okay, that is a freebie. It will make the audience buying the plant with more power, that is not a fair purchase. Their money is not going to be wasted because they are capable to maintain the plants alive because they got educated before. Understand what I mean? Sure. Let me go a bit faster. Health benefits of keeping indoor plants. Yes, so showcasing why it's good to get the plants in their house, like maybe few lines, not so much. Again, we have to keep telling people why they are there is to purchase order, but not let them go around in the internet to understand why they should buy a plant. If the target audience is office worker, high resolution, attractive visuals of the succulents, write up the benefits of having office environment, offer an email and get a limited discount off. Good. Call to action. Visit our nursery at La 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 Road. Yes, would be nice. And maybe why people should visit the nurseries, because maybe they can, you can tell them that they can collect an extra plant for free, or they might gonna get a bigger discount on the second purchase. So how to drive them to the nursery and maybe pick up the plants itself. So also for the business, it's going to be better if the user, the audience go and pick up the plant. You have to, of course, give them something back rather than the business, put them in a box and ship it. There might going to be more risk to, damage, to get complaints after and so on. But you need to give the options in case the people to choose to pick up the items in the store, why they should do that. There's going to be something in exchange. Let me see. There is actually a virtual tour of the nursery. Even better, actually, because this is a step before the visit of the nursery. We are going to showcase that the nursery is very good. So in case you're not able to visit us now, let's business show you how beautiful is this space, how very well our plants are living here. So we're gonna start to build up the trust, the fact that we are not improvised sellers. We actually have a place where the plants are okay and receiving enough sun. There are people caring for them, and then invite you to come for the next time. Okay, so if you're not able to come in person, let me show you how it looks like, the experience. Maybe the VR, maybe not, but kind of like, some agents, they do like a house tour on a 3D. Could also be, nursery plants, small tour, could be. It's a bit faster. Oh, here, a floating banner. Why we need a floating banner, actually? Maybe, let me suggest something even better. We don't really need a floating banner if the landing page can explain already in the section what needed. Floating banner sounds like a distraction, something that will distract the user from reading or skim through the homepage. So maybe exactly the same message that appear on the floating banner could be on a call to action, not at the end of the landing page, but in between. And again, trying to tell them why you're gonna have if you get a plant now, or you want to a webinar, or we give you a webinar in exchange, or a PDF, or a voucher, a discount, right? So having a floating banner might not be right. Creating a landing page to drive people to subscribe the newsletter or join a member is the purpose of the landing page. Doesn't have to be an extra to put on top. Understand what I mean? I hope yes. If it's not clear, guys, as usual, raise your hands. Okay, so right now we have, let's say 15, 20 minutes quickly to workshop something together. You don't have to open any of your tools. I prepare some, some material. Give me just, wait. Some material that is behind my screen. I have two screens. There we go. Notes. Okay. Okay, let's keep this on, and I'm gonna change the screen. 1 second. Okay, so now you should see my ChatGPT. Right, let me move you guys down here. Okay, so I already prepare, yes, so a prompt that we might use for, okay, a prompt that we're gonna use it for the, sorry, meeting chat, let's move it down. Okay, so a prompt for using for on ChatGPT that can help us to focus on what to put on this landing page. Okay, so I prepared the prompt like this. Let me read it to you. Okay, I have a business right? That is called, I call it sexy succulents. Any of you have another name? I didn't ask you, sorry. Nobody? Who's the owner? I choose Mary. So we have a business that's called Sexy Succulents, and the founder is Mary. Mary comes from a background where the family is involved in a large scale business, and she's very avid succulent lover, right? She has now ventured out into building her own little succulent community because she really loves it. And also she wants to build something that is different from the organization that she has brought up and was part of. Okay, she wants to pivot business a bit of her career. Okay, let's give a bit of background to our research, right? She has access at the same distributors and plant network. She has a very exclusive succulents as part of the industry, and she's able to bring them to Singapore for succulents lovers, so very like experienced collectors, but also for new people that are looking to get into this hobby for various reasons, or they just want to purchase a one-time off. We can also say that, okay? So for her, she has an e-commerce website in this case, but she can also sell, for example, to Telegram or WhatsApp. But she mostly, importantly, has a Facebook group where there is a very big community of succulent lovers. She wants to build a landing page, okay? So she can link it to the Facebook group. And so any people that are old from Facebook or new are able to, are able to see the mechanics on how to order, right? A new plant. Sorry, where I am? Sorry, I was looking at looking the screen. They can order succulents. We're not quite sure the mechanics of how the order should take place on the landing page. Okay, so we don't have to really think how these things goes through. But before you go creating section for the landing, we can take important consideration on how the audience they relate on the landing page and how we can make a choice on what is the primary goal and the focus on landing page. We need to ask to add the value proposition for different target customer and what's the primary goal of the landing page. Okay, so this kind of output, input will be good enough to give us starting with something, right? So let's see what is the answer. Okay, so look how is helping us. Okay, so to understand what the key audience consideration depends on which kind of people we are targeting, right? So the succulent enthusiast might need to understand if they want to be tried because they have an exclusive access. They know they're there because there is a trust and a community that is very strong, and they maybe come from the Facebook community, right? And they will see that there is a conveniencing on ordering succulents. It's not only just a by button. Yeah, it's quite fast, but they know they can also do it through Telegram. They don't have to go using other tools. Okay, so but let's look at the newcomers to the hobby, or they want to purchase something. I have a feeling that these guys that might need, for example, a virtual tour to the nursery, or to take them, like invite them to go down to the nursery, might be people that doesn't really know how these plants are, so they just need a bit more trust, for example, in quality, to understand what's the environment that these plants have been brought up, the quality, they are really good, the authenticity, they are not like a fake plastic one. They need to understand what is the right plant for them. Maybe they might need a quick tutorials, this quick webinar, or just a guide that can be downloaded on their phone, or a few FAQ, like Succulents for Dummies. It's not very nice, but 5 questions to make your 5-question answer to make your succulent journey start, something like that. So these kind of people, they need a simple, very straightforward call to action to make a purchase, understand what's the instruction, how they will receive the plans, what they need to do right after. So they need to be reassured that every step of this journey that they're gonna use to get interest to a plant, to purchase a plant, is well taken care, because they don't know anything. Okay, they are not experienced, they never seen a plant like this before. So we need to set the primary goal for the landing page. We need to get different like call to action. We need to convert the visitors into customers, right? Make the ordering process easy and guided, and of course trustworthy, right? The landing page should balance the fact that has to be extremely useful for experienced buyers, but also simplified for beginners that doesn't know anything about. They just want to have a nice plant on their office desk, as you guys rightfully suggested. So a bit of value proposition. You remember why people should be there. The value proposition is why we are providing them a solution to their pains, what these guys are looking for. They would like to, for example, for experienced one, they would like to like expand their knowledge. They would like to know more about succulents. They want to learn something that is a bit beyond what they have been seen online, but the fact that there is a person that can actually explain what was their journey on succulents will be good. So knowledge. And they know there is a community behind that they can ask for advice and suggestions. And they and of course it's a trustworthy business, because they've been around for a long time. They might have certification, they might have long time reviews and so on. But for newcomers, again, for example, the trust needs to be established also here, but it needs to be established underlining the fact that the plant nursery is taking care of everything. They are taking care of all their pain points. They emphasize of how good the plant is, reassuring that this is the perfect plant that you're not gonna kill, because you're gonna be equipped to keep it alive. We're gonna provide you a couple of like a quick crash courses, PDF, and so on. Okay, I'm feeling that I'm just repeating. So for example, right? So recommendation for having a landing page. The fact that the ChatGPT is telling you what you should put first and after, like, okay, you're gonna get a headline, you're gonna have maybe showcase a couple of categories. This one is a bit of an extra, like build a quiz or a filter to have new comments come from the right plans. That, in my opinion, it's a bit out. A very simple CTA for enthusiastic, or very easy CTA for people to just purchase one or get a webinar, giving them the option to join a community, and then of course get to the testimonials of the plants and the customer. Okay, so now after this we can go into Framer. Okay, Framer, guys, I don't know if you heard about it's so Framer is a building block tool, very visual, that allows you to build, well, you can see already, okay? This is something that I've been built before, to build a landing page on different formats. So you have a desktop view, iPad or a tablet view, and a phone view, very in a super quick steps, okay? So let's try to do one from scratch. Okay, let's see if I'm allowed to do a new one. Let me just see. Wait a second. No, I don't want the CMS. Why it doesn't allow me to, okay. Let's go again to a dashboard. Okay. I want, yeah, you see, I've done already a couple. So let's do a new project. And this is what the page will look like, right? So it's a bit, let's say it's a bit intimidating, right? Because white pages are not, for some people might be okay, freedom to creativity, but for some other people might be, oh my God, what I'm gonna put here? It's like terrifying, right? White pages sometimes are terrifying. Too much freedom is terrifying. So in this case, just let me describe a bit how this tool looks like, because maybe ChatGPT, you guys use it already. Okay, so on the left-hand side panel, you're gonna see the different pages that you're gonna get, like a home page. You're gonna see the layers in this case, and this kind of assets, components, styles, and the code. Don't look at these kind of things. For sure, we're gonna see the pages, and eventually what we're gonna put in terms of elements. Basic elements will be, you know, if you want a landing page, is this portfolio page, a teaser, a blog, and so on, right? This one can be added at any time of your design. I just want to briefly show you. Sections, again, you're gonna see that how things are looking nice when they have a full screen image, or just, for example, image on the right-hand side and text on the left, plus a call to action. Something a bit more descriptive, like image and description, you see, small like here. Usually this kind of grid is to showcase products. This one to showcase, for example, little of the products, but a bit more of call to actions, for example, and so on. And then, you know, classic reviews or like a carousel review. Okay, I'm sure I'm just repeating myself. But what is extremely good now is to understand where we can, wait, where I cannot find. 1 second, I lost what I want to show you guys, because we can start, where is it? I might need a bit of help from you guys because I want the generative, wait a second. Yes. Where was it? Ah, no, I don't want this plugin here. Okay. Never mind, we are gonna just do this. Okay. Let's close it, okay. So landing page, you have immediately, okay, like you see, so you can start from scratch. Okay, so it's already giving you the various section, how things might look like in terms of layout, and how it's gonna be shown the moment you're gonna jump to a tablet or on a phone, right? If we are going to the example of the landing page, so we may just on the here on the landing page for the succulents. In this case, let's go here. Okay. So this one is the free version, and will allow you to make already like something that is like good looking enough that to make you start. Okay. So what we were saying before, discover, like you need a header, you know, discover your perfect succulent. You can shop immediately because you are an experienced gardener, collector, or you can learn more. You go down and you just have a bit of an intro why there is sexy succulents, what is this you know, shop about, what this page about. You have a bit of a review. All of these are building blocks that you can actually move up and down. If you want to show first the collection, you can just put the review. Sorry, let's move the review even below. And that's it. And then we're going to see immediately, for example, the product, the package that we are offering, right? We can see immediately from the beginning. So this one is a subscription, like a monthly subscription for getting like 1 or 2 plans every month that you can use for yourself or as a gift. You know, everyone has birthday colleagues that they leave, whatever. So I'm pretty sure that succulents will kind of like be maybe accumulate on your desk, but can also given away freely. So very, very quick and easy call to action where you can extremely line down quickly what are the things, the pros, the things that are included in this price. Okay, you have the reviews, the decoration, and then a short FAQ. Okay, so all these things could be personalized. For example, you don't like the colors, using, you know, the theme, the AI will suggest you, for example, other colors and other fonts combination that will work very well, right? So you can go down here and understand that maybe this section here, you want to make it a bit more standing out. Okay, here you can do by yourself, but it's a bit more risky. Okay, AI can help you to come up with, let me see, something that still will look okay, you know, green and black and yellow is a decent palette. Okay, guys, this is very, very short intro. And I think that now we need to go back to our, just closing our session. Okay, tell me guys if you kept seeing the presentation now. Framer is the recommended platform to create landing page. Yes. So yes, guys, Framer is one of the platforms that will help you also for the fact that you have generative AI to build very quick and easy landing pages because it's free. And I would say keep a bit of take a bit of time to explore it around. You can immediately buy, okay, you don't need a domain to buy a page because, of course, Framer will put, I don't know, www.sexysucculents.framer.com at the end to show that, okay, that domain, same as WordPress, that domain has been bought. But the moment you have a domain and you might have to gonna sign for a monthly subscription, then you're free to do it. But Framer is extremely easy to use tool that works with generational AI and visual building blocks. You see, you don't have to write line of code, but you have to just add elements left and right and to follow, you know, a structure to just get something out quickly without being expert designer or developer. Also because the fonts are already paired and chosen. The colors are already paired and chosen. I didn't show you, but the moment you have to put a picture, it's like a drag and drop. And for sure, you're going to get pictures from, I don't know, Unsplash, Freepik, or other like free platform, right? If you need a bit of names of these, just text me on the chat box, and I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna answer you. Okay, guys, let's wrap it up quickly. What we explored today. So I hope, guys, you got a bit more understanding overview of what landing page and digital marketing and why they are extremely important. We have learned together what are the elements for a high converting landing page, you know, and with this like quick intro on ChatGPT that you might have used it before, and Framer, highly recommend. You have seen how this process doesn't have to be extremely a pain. Doesn't have to be for only people that are experts. Okay. So maybe let's keep the reflection time. And just I would like to ask you guys if you can maybe take your phones out and quickly shot this screen. There is a survey that I ask you if you have time to fill up for Who's completing. It's takes some of your time, like between 5 and 10 minutes. For who's completing this survey, is gonna receive a $5 voucher discount in Grab. In case you need to rush home after work, or you have to rush to work on Monday morning, or you are eager to get down to town and get a dinner with friends, a glass of wine with your date, I think that $5 might be useful. Okay. So even also here in the chat box, here we go. Okay, guys, I'm gonna give you, if you're okay, I give you my contact. I give you my contact later. You find me in LinkedIn under my name. Here we go. Let me write here. But in the meanwhile, if you are curious to know more about, for example, building a custom GPT for your work life, tomorrow morning, if you don't have already a branch set up your home and you have a couple of hours to spare, I'm gonna present this workshop about how to build a custom GPT for your work life. So not only ChatGPT generic, but it's gonna be a bit more in depth. And while on Monday, we're going to have a bit more overview, an intro of AI tools, and we are going to see also a couple more tools in action. So here is going to be a much more hands-on session. Okay. In the meeting chat, you're going to see the information to subscribe you on Zoom. While these are the appointments for October, it's going to be quite busy, and not expecting for you to really join all of them. Some of you might join some. Shalom, I know you have seen some of them. But if you, the Hatch Media House is covering a wide range of workshop, designing like a landing page like we did today, but also how to customize ChatGPT for our needs, or we need just to understand how building, for example, no code or low code custom AI workflow. It's a bit more marketing. Also, this one is a bit more hands-on. So for all this information, just see the schedule. So gonna be a link tree here. And guys, that's it. This is my contact. If you would like to just share something more that you would like a bit more advice, feel free to chat with me or quickly WhatsApp Media House. Okay? Wow, great. I'm happy because we are like by the dots. 12 p.m. guys, I hope you're ready for lunch. And I hope to see you soon, okay? Bye-bye. Have a great Friday, great weekend. Thank you so much for joining us.